Let's start on shareholders meeting. Good evening. Welcome to the annual shareholders meeting. On behalf of our board members and the management team, I'm pleased to report to our shareholders that the bank made a successful year in 2013. Last year, we made about 4.6 million pre-tax income, which is about 27% of invested capital. And we distributed 17% out of 27% to our shareholders. So 100,000 was invested, 17,000 was distributed as cash, and 10,000 was retained in the bank capital. During 2013, the bank total asset also did grow by 24%, from 129 million to 160 million. For the last 5 years' performance and next 3 years' projection, our CFO will go into detail in the presentation. Bank's 2013 performance was again recognized by SNL Financial. We selected as top 100 performing banks out of more than 4,000 banks in under the same asset category. And that is 3 years in a row, and we are the only bank in Georgia under like 500 asset category. So again, 2013 was another successful year for Noahenk. Going forward for 2014, we set the asset growth target of 18%, which is 160 million to 189 million. And we're targeting for 5.1 million pre-tax income, which is 30% over the current invested capital. And the bank plans to distribute 20% to our shareholders. So this year we'll distribute about 20% to our shareholders. The bank, however, though, we need additional capital for about $1 million or $2 million to support the growth in third or fourth quarter. So the number may be diluted a little bit. So 20% because of the dilution has come down a little bit. During 2014, the bank has 2 projects in branch network expansion. The first is to open John Street new branch in June, and the second is to relocate our main branch to our newly purchased building in Pleasant Road in October. And these projects will bring more convenient services to our customers. Now we see the overall economy is improving, and the competition is getting tougher and tougher. So the bank will face more challenges in the marketplace. But the board and the management team will do the best to meet the targeted growth and the bottom line in a very safe and sound manner. Lastly, I have one more thing to address. That is the graduation of our de novo status. 2015 will be another milestone for the bank because of this graduation of de novo status. This graduation of de novo status means a lot to the bank, and we need to be prepared. I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to working together with our board members and the management team to build new visions and strategies after our de novo status. Thank you so much for your time this evening. And now let me introduce our new CFO, new corporate secretary, and new board secretary, Ms. Tammy Jang. You have to stand a little bit. She joined our bank in last September. She is a CPA, and she has more than 16 years experience in banking and auditing bill. And her last position before she joined Hong Bank was controller of BDCN. BDCN is the largest Korean American bank in the bank with assets of more than 6 billion. So please welcome Ms. Tempton. Now it's time to introduce our board members and management team. Let me introduce our board members first. Mr. Alex Choi, who is our chairman of the board. And Mr. Daniel Lee, he is our executive committee chair. Dr. Roland Duman, who is our audit committee chair. Mr. Jake Lee, he is our loan committee chair. And Mr. Peter Now, he is our building committee chair. He has a lot of things to do this year. And, Mr. Francis Kim, he is our executive committee member. We have 5 more. Mr. James Cho. Mr. Jake Park. I try to introduce Mr. James Cho, but he's not present. Mr. Jake Park, who is our IT committee chair, is the youngest director. We have 5 more directors who have presented this meeting. We have Mr. James Cho is our audit committee member. We have Mr. Doc Langley, who is the audit committee chair. And we have Dr. Yun Sing and Ms. Young Sung. And we have Mr. Grant Hayes, 5 more directors on our board. And at the start. Next introduction is our management team. Should come forward. Okay, I want to introduce our president, our new CFO, and new corporate secretary, and new board secretary. And our lending department, we have Sue Song, who is our chief credit officer. And we have Kristen Choi. She is our loan servicing department manager. And Steve Beck, who is our loan officer. And James Rapp, who is our underwriting department manager. And the divided side, we have Mrs. Hailey Yoon. She is our department operation manager and also news branch manager. And it's John Lee. She is our Oregon branch manager. And this is Lily Feng. She is hired recently to manage our new Johns Creek branch. So she's Lily Feng. And we have compliance side. We have Judy Allen, our senior compliance manager. And we have Kun Choi, our IT manager. So we have some more staff over there. Mickey Park is our HR admin staff, and Julie Song is our customer service provider. Thank you very much for that. That's all your staff.
Next, I'm going to present the result of the shares voted. At the beginning of this meeting, 1,411,870 shares were represented in person or by proxy, and they are 84% of the total outstanding shares of 1,411,870. Chairman Anyang Choi to declare the meeting open. Chairman Choi, please open the meeting.
Yes.
Now the meeting is open. The agenda item number 3 is minutes of the last year's shareholders meeting. The minutes of the last year's shareholders meeting was confirmed by our CCO, Su Song, and the minutes are available at the front desk outside, so let me know if you need to get a copy of the minutes, and I'll distribute it to you. And the next 3 items or agenda items are the proxy result of the, proposals on the proxy. The proposal 1 was election of the directors for 2014 and 15. And this is the slate of the directors who were nominated for that period. And as Mr. Kim presented, the same 13 directors are nominated, and by majority vote of 84% of the outstanding shares, all 13 directors nominated were approved as presented. And proposal 2 is approval of corporate secretary, and by majority vote of 84% of the outstanding shares, Tammy Jen was approved to serve the bank as a corporate secretary. And the proposal 3 was approval of independent auditors, and by majority vote of 84% of the outstanding shares, Holder Kittle Moore LLC was approved to serve as independent auditors for 2014. And the last proposal is approval of internal auditors. Again, the same majority vote of 84% of the outstanding shares. Baldwin and Jenkins was approved to serve as internal auditors for 2014. The next item is financial statement for 2013 and 12. But I prepared this, but Mr. Kim or President Kim already covered the most of the stuff here. And since we delayed the meeting a little bit, I'm going to skip to present this financial statement. But for your information, this financial statement is also included in the proxy material, so you can refer to when we have it. I'm going to skip this 2013 and 12 financial statement. The next slide is the performance of our bank's past 5 years performance. Since we just hit or had the 5th year anniversary last November, I think it will be meaningful to go over how we performed over the past 5 years. So we prepared this report, and there are a bunch of numbers here, so I summarized this in some type of graph. And this is a growth trend report that is in the previous slide. And as you can see here, the total asset, which is a blue line, and the total deposit is gray, and orange is net loans. As you can see, all of those areas grew really steadily until 2012. And in 2013, the lines got steeper, and it grew more than it used to be in the past 4 years. And one more item to add is, if you look at the line blue, which is total asset, and the gray line, which is the total deposit, they are almost parallel to each other. That means they grew almost at the same speed. We're in a bank, so, and that means every dollar of asset that grew was supported by the deposit, which is the core business of the bank. And when we see this type of trend, it is considered to be very healthy growth. And the next slide is earning trend. As you can see, the beginning of the operations, or the first year of the operation in 2009, we had a negative or net loss of 1.5 million. And in the second year, we almost broke even. And from the years 2003 and on, we made 3 million and over. And we closed our books in 2013 with a net income of 6 million. And thanks to that increases in earnings or income, the EPS or earnings per share also increased about the same level. And in 2009, the first year of the operation, we had a net loss of 95 cents per share. But in 2013, we had $2.75 per share gain or income. This is performance ratio of ROA, and similar to the one that we just saw. The negative 4% more than 4% of negative ROA in 2009, but in 2013 it was over 3% positive number. Same trend in ROE, which is return on equity. So we looked at the trends or performance for the last 5 years. And next slide, I'm going to show you the forecast of the next 3 years. Like Mr. Kim mentioned earlier, we're going to be out of the de novo status by the end of 2015. And so for the next 2 years, beginning of, including 2014 and 15, we don't expect to see much changes in asset or profit in terms of the growth trend, but we'll still keep growing and we'll be making income. But in those 2 years, like Mr. Kim said, it will be very critical for us to set up infrastructure. We're going to be having a total asset of more than 250 million. To be ready for that 250 million mark, we need to have a very strong infrastructure, and that's where we're going to be focused for the next 3 years. And I'm very conscious, we are very cautiously forecasting that we may have an income of 8 million in 2016. And other performance ratios like ROE will be still very strong, and the capital ratios will be well capitalized or well above the capitalized in 2014, 15, and 16. So it will be very exciting years for us, and I want you to enjoy the moments with us and keep supporting us for those periods. Any questions on or comments on the financials? Okay, if you don't have any questions, then now I'm going to invite Mr. Chairman to make closing remarks.
Thank you for coming, everyone. I'll make speech in Korean to make my speech short. I'll explain later for English people. First of all, Korean. 작년 한 해도 레코드가 좋았죠. 행정력을 비롯해서 매니지먼트 그리고 모든 직원들이 다 힘을 합쳐서 열심히 일했기 덕분에 저희가 부진도 많이 받고 행복한 한 해를 보냈습니다. 올해도 또 지금까지도 잘하고 있고 앞으로도 더 잘할 거라고 믿고 일단 박수부터 치죠. 그리고 제가 S코퍼레이션 우리가 한 지가 지금 3년째인데 계속 같은 질문을 받아요. 전화가 와서 그 인컴택스 할 때마다 세금을 내시려면 이제 억울하신 거예요. 받았는데 그 K1이 인컴이 항상 많아요. 받으신 것보다. 그 이유가 뭐냐. 근데 쉐어홀더 미팅을 이렇게 자주 오시는 분들은 그래도 이해를 좀 하실 텐데 오시지도 않고 그러다가 그 K1을 받으면 당황하시는 거예요. 너무 자기가 받은 것보다 많으니까. 그래서 거기에 대해서 다시 제가 간단하게 설명을 드리겠습니다. 그러니까 지금 3년 전에 저희가 S코퍼레이션을 만들었는데 그거는 모든 인감이 다 개인한테로 쉐어홀더들한테로 흘러 들어가게 돼 있어요. 그러니까 만약에 우리 500만 불을 번다 그러면은 그냥 레귤러 코퍼레이션은 세금을 40% 정도 냅니다. 그러면 200만 불 세금 내시고 300만 불 남은 데에서 또 일부는 남겨놔야 되고 디비전을 줘도 뭐 100만 불이나 주면은 그러니까 많아야 인감의 20%를 줄 수 있습니다. 근데 지금 올해 우리가 65%를 주고 있어요. 드리고 있어요. 그러니까 작년에는 60% 드렸고 올해는 65%를 드려요. 그러니까 그 안 받은 35%에 대해서도 각자가 자기 쉐어에 따라서 세금을 내야지 정부도 손해보지 않죠. 그런데 실제적으로 세금을 다 계산해 보시면은 은퇴하시고 이렇게 인감이 많지 않으신 분들은 거의 세금을 안 내요. 근데 지금 아직도 경제활동 활발하게 하시고 인감이 많으신 분들은 뭐 세금 부담이 좀 되시더라도 그래도 스틸 C코퍼레이션으로 남아있을 보다는 많아요. 우리가 S코퍼레이션 일렉션 한 게 3년 전에 저희들은 그 이사들 몇 분 이사 그냥 매년 한두 번은 그 컨퍼런스를 우리가 참석을 해요. 우리가 처음에 시작할 때 은행 경험도 없고 그러니까 매년 우리가 지금까지 뭐 7년 동안 계속 6년 동안 계속 해오는 일이에요. 가서 컨퍼런스에 가서 강의도 듣고 또 다른 은행 뱅커들하고도 얘기를 해보고 그러면서 배우는 게 많거든요. 그래서 거기서 그 스피치로 나온 변호사 두 사람이 똑같은 얘기를 하더라고요. 지금 S코퍼레이션이 대세다. 이걸로 가야 세금도 세이브하고 그 디비전도 많이 줄 수 있다. 그래서 제가 앉아서 그 강의를 들으면서 계산을 해보니까 이건 이걸로 가면은 문제가 없겠구나. 저희가 지금 뭐 그 65%를 드리는데 사실은 10%나 드려야지 맞는 건데 S코퍼레이션이니까 가능한 얘기가 된 거예요. 그래서 그때 갔다 와서 그 진행을 해서 지금까지 이렇게 오게 됐는데 S코퍼레이션이 그 장점이 일단은 디비전을 많이 드릴 수가 있는데 세금 낼 때는 개인 포켓에서 많이 나가니까 좀 혼동이 올 수는 있는데 그래도 스틸 훨씬 낫다고 저는 생각합니다. 그리고 요번에 그 LA 은행을 갔는데 저희가 매년 이사 몇 분이 매년 LA에 있는 한국 은행들을 만나요. 그래서 거기에 있는 CEO나 이사장들을 만나 뵙고 그분들이 그 밟아온 푸드 스텝이 우리가 밟아야 될 저거거든요. 그러니까 우리가 그냥 그분들 얘기 듣고 우리보다 어드밴스된 그분들한테 얘기를 듣고 많은 도움을 받는데 이번에도 한 은행이 우리보다 한 3배 큰 은행인데 그 CFO가 그 대응을 하면서 하는 얘기가 우리한테 S코퍼레이션 일렉션 하는 거 참 부럽다고. 지금 미국 전체에 한 17개 한인은행이 있는데 S코퍼레이션 하고 있는 은행은 우리밖에 없어요. 그러니까 다른 은행들은 할래야 할 수도 없는 게 주주가 100명이 넘어가면 안 되거든요. 저희가 지금 한 70 몇 명 돼요. 근데 주주가 각 개인별로 카운트는 해도 패밀리 멤버는 다 한 명으로 카운트하기 때문에 우리가 70 한 서너 명 될 거예요. 그러니까 앞으로도 우리가 그 사람 숫자에 신경을 써야 되는 게 뭐 다른 은행을 머지하는데 돈이 필요하다 그래도 우리 주주 안에서는 더 이상 돈을 못 모으겠다 그러면 다른 데서 돈을 끌어와야 되는데 더 큰 쉐어홀더를 끌어와야 되는데 숫자에 우리가 굉장히 신경을 쓰고 있어요. 그래서 올 말쯤에 어쩌면 아까 행장님이 잠깐 얘기하셨는데 한 200만 불 정도가 돈이 더 필요할지도 모르겠는데 그때도 일단은 주주들한테 우선권을 드려야 돼요. 그리고 이 안에서 다 해결이 돼야 되는데 지금 뭐 200만 불을 해도 저한테 주식 사달라고 한 사람만 해도 200만 불이 넘어요. 근데 그 소액 주주자들한테 똑같이 우리가 혜택을 드려야 되기 때문에 갖고 계신 쉐어 퍼센티지만큼은 먼저 우선적으로 구입할 수 있는 기회를 드리려고 합니다. 그러니까 어쩌면은 그러니까 200만 불이면 우리가 지금 자본금이 한 2,100만 불이 됐어요. 처음에 한 1,550에서 시작해서 그동안 리테인드 어닝으로 쌓여온 돈하고 또 옵션 행사한 돈하고 해서 2,100만 불 됐으니까 거의 한 10% 정도가 투자를 하실 수가 있는 겁니다. 그리고 추가로 하실 분들은 저희한테 알려주시면은 그것도 저희가 고려해서 갖고 계신 주만큼 배당을 해서 우선적으로 주주들한테 우선권을 드리겠습니다. 그리고 이게 다 한 것 같네요. 네. 그리고 뭐 의문난 사항이 있으면은 뭐 개인적으로 물어보셔도 되고 지금 이 자리에서도 물어보시면은 제가 답변해 드리겠습니다.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that you couldn't hear me back there. Should I repeat the presentation? Okay. The next one is the next year's meeting announcement. We're going to have the next year's annual shareholders meeting about the same time this year. So they will be the second quarter of 2015. And the exact time, date, and place will be announced in advance. And does anybody have questions or comments before we close the meeting? Okay, it looks like we are about to close the meeting. Could anybody please motion the meeting to be closed?
So moved.
Okay. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.